Right, ebusom will be a kwaba family. 2 kenis and blossom YouTube so say ebusuaba ensem ahodwa e koso e Ghana say na the besuma hwefo enyina na ebusom nka say dey nyina say chama Wontumi ebusuana ho nsensem a chese e koso e social media so no an update bi aba betudwa ne nyina afa e chese ne lawyer e apia ku bi a chese ore nsem ahodwa bi aba betudwa wa abra chese Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia enso ye na adwen se chese okọ wa akọje e chama Wontumi e de na fe yoku for ensem ebusuana nsem nyanchi mo ase ye beko nyakwa akojinchi mesre sansa no ubu eni ani die kwa so say when you subscribe fama YouTube channel ya na do sabo subscribe button so we are now the bell notification icon so to see the bear we drop video pe on sabe ke video ni bi ententem se butia memmo nsem ni ato fa enfanche de tinya se nyina ni twa ya to NPP Ashanti Regional Chama Wontumi a chese ama NPP fo ani abrepen ya enya asem ketwa na we ana chese nkomotwetwe bitimi ko so awabra na lawyer ere nsem bi atudwa wo chirem nyoma bi a ekoso between Chama Wontumi sanso na Dr. Alhaji Mahmoud Bawumia okọ ho no dey eni siye ense ni nyina to aso yenko enkuti enfamba midin erekwam gentle
for Chairman Wontumi, lawyer Andy Apia Kube, lawyer. We've heard from Bawumia, we've heard from Alexander Fenyomakin. They said they went to NIB. Your client is not there. Where is he?
You see, there is a way of doing everything. If you use the way to do it, you will do it as expected. So you don't start throwing stones when you want to enter the house. This is, what is the time? This is 8 o'clock. But we've gotten public officers still stay here and wait for us. It depends on how you conduct the business. So we have been seen by the public officers. We've done what is dutifully our job to do with Dennis. We encountered some difficulty which will be sorted out on Monday. Then we'll have a fresh slate to operate. We will work towards the desired results. I beg you, all of you, I will stay out of the politics and the theater, and I'll do the work within the law. I thank you very much for your support.
Just one question. Do you know the whereabouts of your client?
Oh, yes. Why not?
Where is he?
We had brought him to meet with Vice President, but the situation we saw was difficult to arrange this meeting, to pass through the crowd to get Vice President, see him and talk to him. So we had to take him back, and I told you that his condition of health requires attention. So he is receiving attention. He is wholly good, he is wholly healthy, and there's nothing to worry about in respect of his health.
Secure the bail now?
We have been able to provide the sureties. That one I can assure you. And I'm very grateful to Honorable Brian Champon, who has supported me to file the documents. He has brought his documents to which goes over and above the value of money that is required. So I thank you very much.
So that means your client is going home tonight?
Oh, well, obviously no.
So when?
I told you that we encountered a challenge. The challenge that needs to be addressed before we can go forward. In fact, they had agreed to do the inspection tonight. So all the officers are there. But the challenge that I faced is legal. We can't do it because, but I'm grateful to them. They agreed to wait for us to bring the documents for them to go and inspect the properties. But we have a legal challenge. Unknown to me, there was an application to frustrate what we are doing. So we will deal with it on Monday. I say it is application that was not filed by my good self, but that prohibits us.
Is that what you're holding?
That is what I'm holding.
Specifically, what is it about?
I'm not showing you.
So hopefully by Monday your client will be free?
Hopefully by Monday, when this application is withdrawn, then we'll proceed to complete what we are doing.
I get that becomes a conditionality then, that if this application is withdrawn, yes, your client gets to go home.
Pending, that will impeach them from continuing with the negotiations. Otherwise, we need to wait, and this application is taken, and the results come before we can also come in. Because independency of this application, none of us can perform. But at least we have the agreement that we are ready to end. So but for this application, we would have ended today. Unfortunately, our hands are tied.
Lawyer, thank you very much. We just heard the lawyer for Chairman Wontumi, who has just told us exclusively that a few details. The whereabouts of Chairman Wontumi has now been confirmed. One, that he knows where he is. It's not a matter that he's been moved around without their knowledge. Secondly, as well, there's a legal challenge. However, even before that, he tells us that they've been able to now fulfill all the conditions. When that comes to his bill, there was a 50 million Ghana cedis bill that he had to meet, and then 2 sureties. And he's just told us that Brian A. Champon has come through to support those sureties and have now been confirmed. And Iyoko staff are now going through all the proceedings and the procedures to make sure that they confirm all the properties that have now been brought to them. And then finally, he tells us that but for that legal problem, his client would have walked free tonight. And is hoping that that condition has been now given to them, that legal problem must be dealt with before his client will be released to him. That he's hoping that by Monday, that will be done.
Political harassment. President Muhammad, this is not why we voted for you. Somebody honors an invitation from the CID, and immediately he steps out with his lawyer. Then he's picked up in such a rumble style. Look, trust me, we are not going to sit down. We are not going to allow this political intimidation, harassment to go on. Trust me. In the coming days, you hear from us.
What are you going to do in
In the coming days, you will hear from us.
The voice of the people is the
You will
voice
hear
of
from
God.
us.
But are you going
The
to...
fact that you have no,
Why
you
is
see,
that
if
for
you
them?
have an overwhelming endorsement from the people, it doesn't mean you need to harass the people.
What kind of life is that?
It doesn't mean you have to harass the people. You invite somebody, the person honors the invitation, and then right afterwards, just at the premises,
Rambo started.
he's picked up as if he's a common thief. We have said that yes, we want to cooperate lawfully with any form of investigation. We have said it time without number that we are going to cooperate. But for the government to subject people to such political harassment, intimidation, we are not going to allow it.
Ghana Mampania be the welcome Osaya, your former flag bearer, on the Father Kai, and then I will them and you may be able to see it here. Now, if time be a best possible, we are praying for the Yama, Ashanti with that chairman. I want to come where am I?
It is a stain on our conscience and a threat to every citizen who still believes that Ghana is a land governed by law, not political vendetta. We are not here to shield wrongdoing. And let me emphasize that. We are not here to shield any wrongdoing whatsoever. We are not here, again, to obstruct investigations. But we are here because a line has been crossed. A dangerous, unacceptable line that signals that state power can now be used to humiliate, traumatize, and silence citizens under the pretext of justice. Ladies and gentlemen, let us be clear. This was not an arrest. It was a clear ambush. It was a calculated display of brute force. A man who voluntarily submitted himself to the CID in good faith, who was cooperating fully with lawful investigations, was less than 24 hours later subjected to militarized operation straight out of dictatorship playbook. He was seized like a fugitive.
I must record that the bail conditions that have been set for Chairman Wontumi bail, 50 million Ghana, is very onerous. I don't know how many people in Ghana can have property with 50 million Ghana cedis. I believe that this was just set to prevent release. We are going to follow the due process, the legal process, to make sure that he's released as soon as possible. I want to plead with all to remain calm as we work behind the scenes to make sure that he is out. I believe that we will be successful, but we have to be calm and not take the law into our own hands. I think it's very important that we follow due